I can remember watching that when I was 16 years old, up in my bedroom, and just couldn't believe my eyes what I was watching. Of course, that play, the 1986 World Series between the Red Sox and the Mets. That is our showcase game tonight at Fenway. It is Tyler McGill, Garrett Crochet. That is a pitching matchup many of you will see right here on MLB Network. And who better person to talk about Mets and Red Sox and all that entails with Mookie Wilson, the former Met great and longtime big leaguer. Mookie, how are you this morning?
I'm doing just fine, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm sure you get asked about it still. Is there a part of you that says, that finds it remarkable that play still resonates with so many people, baseball fans, young and old?
It's unbelievable. I think I wondered often, people ask if that was the first game ever played, and it wasn't, but it was a game that lasted in people's memory. It's embedded in all of us minds and souls right now. New Yorkers, people that in Boston, just around the country. So I get to talk about it a lot. So it's really, really refreshing. And I tell you what, it just lets you know how much baseball means to a lot of people.
Yeah. And next year will be the 40th anniversary of that. That's amazing, Mookie, huh? 40
years ago, man. It seemed like it was yesterday. I guess I talk about it so much. It seemed like it's something happened last week. But I enjoy talking about it. The good thing about it is not like fishing stories, so don't get bigger. Don't get bigger. The story has to be consistent now because you can't lie to people about it. So it's good.
Mook, how dialed in are you on the current Mets? Are you a guy that watches a ton of games, or you kind of let it go? Like, take me inside what your thoughts are on the current Mets.
Well, be honest, I'm a fan now. I'm a fan of the game. I watch the Mets as much as I possibly can. When I was playing, you don't get a chance to enjoy it because you're playing and you're working on what you got to do just to survive the next day. Now I get the chance to enjoy the game. I get to criticize the players and the managers like everybody else do now. So it's more fun being on this end of it, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it. I'm a fan. I enjoy the game.
Mookie, you obviously know the pressures that come with playing in this market for this New York Met team. Juan Soto is the big prized free agent, and he's currently going through a little bit of the intense scrutiny that some of these athletes can face. What do you make of Juan Soto in his early tenure with the New York Mets?
You kind of expect some guys to struggle a little when they come to a new team, even a new league, because you have to adjust. But Juan has been in National League before, so he understands the whole nature. And the game now is no different between National League and American League, really, but it's the cities that makes the difference. I expect it to be an adjustment period for him because of expectations, man. Expectations is something, man, that makes or breaks it. That's what it's all about. And right now, it's a lot riding on his shoulders, and he'll deal with it. He's young. He's very confident, so let's just give him an opportunity to adjust. You've seen it before. I've seen it many times before, so this is not surprising.
Mookie, I want to ask you, I talk about coaching youth baseball. My son's 15 years old, and we have a lot of guys come on. The toughest thing to coach is a guy trying to switch hit.
Yeah.
When did you start? Would there be a tip out there for somebody, a guy like myself, even coaching it? Like, how do you go about it?
Well, first of all, I've been asked this question many times about switch hitting. I started switch hitting late in my career. I was in my second year in AAA when I started.
Really?
Wow.
Okay. Yes, my second year in AAA when I started. So
that's a risk.
It's a long story. I did it by accident, but it's a story we talk. But in all honesty, I don't recommend switch hitting. I really don't. It's very difficult to do, particularly young players. You have to understand who you are first before you decide to start switching and stuff. And learn to do from both sides at one time when you're very young. It's hard enough to hit from one side. I'm not long trying to maintain a stroke or any kind of discipline on both sides. So, but if you must do it, it's a patience thing, man. And you have to try to mirror one side to the other side because that's the only way you're going to learn.
Yeah.
Mookie, you and your family are in the food business. Your company is called Legacy Catering, and you've served barbecue at Met games. You've served it at Cooperstown. Tell us a little bit more about the business and what's your best dish?
Well, first of all, let's get to the best dish part. What's your favorite dish?
I love brisket. and
That's
links.
my best dish.
There you
That's
go.
my best dish.
There you go. I'm in. I am. Look at those.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
ribs, mac and cheese.
Oh.
Yeah, we start the company. My brothers and I, we get together every year. We go fishing, and all of us are we're all baseball players. We play in college. I got two other brothers that actually play pro ball, and we all getting of age right now. So we decided we need to do something to stay together because we can't talk about the game anymore because none of us play anymore. So we all grew up cooking. Our mother was a cook, and we all learned how to cook. So we decided let's start cooking for families and churches and stuff. And all of a sudden, people started demanding it. So we started saying, let's just make a company out of it. And that's how we started. And as far as my favorite dish, you're looking at probably like the mac and cheese has been one of the great demands. Mac and cheese has been really good. The brisket, the ribs, and we try to be different. We try to do a lot of things different.
Well,
I'll tell you what.
Looks like you're doing it right, whatever you're doing.
All right, so what's intriguing me, Mook, is in your backdrop. I'm a big sucker for a spiral staircase. What is that leading to?
Well, that leads up to my getaway up there. I have a music, old vinyl records, the old 45s.
Yeah.
I have upstairs right there. And I go up there when I want to get away from the world and stuff and just listen to, most of the singers and artists are dead and gone now, but the music
Grown folks music, that's what we call it.
Hey, man.
What's your most prized piece of vinyl?
I have some music up there from jazz player Bob James, a piano player. I just love instruments. Sometimes lyrics get a little carried away, particularly in today's music, and I'm big on the instrumental part of music, so that's what I like.
That's
awesome. There you go. That's
awesome.
Great. Hey, Mookie, thanks for spending a little time with us as we prepare for tonight's showcase game here on the network, the Mets and the Red Sox. And hey, we would love to get a sampling of Legacy Catering sometime in the near future. It looks outstanding.
I'm at Citi Field every Saturday's game, so hey, just stop by.
There you go. Absolutely. That's the great Mookie Wilson joining us here on MLB Central. Be well, Mookie. Enjoy the rest of the week.